From DeLoreans to Mandalorians, nerds like a lot of things, but there's something they love above all else, that is correcting people. This is Actually. To my right, 3 former Actually champions returning to see if they can reclaim glory yet again. How are you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah,
I've yet to taste defeat, and I plan on keeping it that way.
Yeah. I shared my win last time around, so
true.
I feel like this is my opportunity
to prove yourself.
To prove myself, exactly.
To grasp a win firmly and securely.
Or to just, follow my face completely, which is also fine. So.
Well, joining us today, we have Siobhan Thompson.
That's me.
Ify Nwadiwe, and Emma Fyffe.
Hello.
There's a couch full of glasses over here.
true. Yeah.
What a bunch of nerds.
A bunch of dorks. Well, with these nerds, we're gonna ask some nerd questions. You've all played before, you've all won before, or tied for first, so you know how this works. But if you're new at home, these are incorrect statements, but the things you like, it's up to you to correct me. All your corrections must be preceded by the phrase, actually, and you can interrupt me whenever you want. Now, the winner of this round will go on to play the winner of last round and the winner of next round in a final tournament of champions. Are you guys ready to jump into it?
Let's do it.
Get going here. In the 1954 movie Godzilla, we are introduced to the creature of the same name, an enormous fire-breathing amphibious lizard-like monster that emerges from the sea.
One of those is wrong.
Actually doesn't breathe fire.
That's correct. Can you be more specific?
Yeah. He breathes lightning, right?
No, but
Actually, he breathes like they're like sort of like laser beams.
you're both describing what it looks like, right? Although you aren't describing what it actually is. I'll give it to Ify unless Siobhan, you have to know exactly what it is he breathes.
Actually, he breathes the power of the earth.
It is it's like a real Final Fantasy situation where it's like, for too long you have abused the earth, and I, Godzilla, am here to prove you wrong. Well, Ify, you're correct. He doesn't actually breathe fire. It's actually an atomically charged nuclear-powered heat ray.
That sounds suspiciously like a laser beam.
I was going to say that, but you said that, so I was like, nah, you're right. You're right. It doesn't. Yeah,
lasers aren't nuclear. That's I think it's the nuclear element.
Yeah,
that
see,
is
my
really...
lasers then. I got a laser guy.
Let me tell you about my guy. He can
he
great
got
lasers.
You know, you can get the big ones, them Godzilla lasers, or I got the lasers that annoy your teacher.
Or your cat.
That's what Godzilla actually breathes. It's just like a big laser pointer, and like it's just like goalies in soccer games who are pissed off and cats and stuff. Just like, we hate this. Well, that is a point for Ify, and we'll move on to our next question.
Okay.
In H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, the time traveler, who is never given a name, initially embarks on his journey through time in order to stop his wife from being killed, but winds up traveling over 800,000 years into the future after humanity has evolved into 2 distinct species called Morlocks and Eloi.
Actually, it's not 800,000 years into the future.
Incorrect. At least when he visits the Morlocks and the Eloi, that is a little bit more than 800,000.
A little bit more than 800,000 years.
Actually, it has nothing to do with his wife dying. He just thinks it's cool.
That's correct, yeah.
Hell yeah, I was like, I don't remember a wife.
In
one of the movies,
in the most recent movie adaptation,
yeah.
they make that his motivation for traveling through time, ignoring the much more logical motivation to travel through time, which is that it's sick
cool.
as hell. Yeah.
They're like, let's just fridge a wife.
Yeah.
It's not a nerdy movie if we don't throw a wife in the fridge.
Yeah, it's like he can't just be a scientist who thinks he knows how to travel through time and wants to do it. It's like,
well,
nah.
that's Hollywood execs for you. Like, nah, we don't think time traveling is tight enough. It's pretty tight.
Cool. This next question is about comics. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, we briefly meet an oddly friendly agent of Hydra named Bob. Although not explicitly stated, fans believe his character to be Bob Dabalina, aka Agent X, a character who eventually defects from Hydra to become a somewhat comical superhero. Yes, Ify.
It wasn't in Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That's correct. Yeah. Do you know where it is?
Was it Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It was not.
Actually, it wasn't in Captain
Oh
America:
my
Winter
God.
Soldier. I'm so sorry, but I've never stolen a point before, and guess what? It feels really good.
Hey, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta get in on that.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know where it's from?
I have no fucking clue.
Actually, it was Captain America one of the Civil War comics?
No,
Great,
that's
guess, though.
incorrect. I'll give the point to Siobhan for stealing it out from Ify.
Sorry, man.
It wasn't from Captain America: Winter Soldier. Bob appears in Deadpool, actually.
Oh,
In Deadpool.
I mean, I feel like Bob is a good Deadpool-y kind of
Yeah,
name.
it's definitely.
It's not really on tone, I feel like, for Captain America.
Yeah, it should be like this is a dour thriller about how our governments can betray us. And here's Bob Dabalina. Well, that is a point for Siobhan for snatching it away from Ify.
Look,
You
the
know, I like to
championship
play
game is
the fair
coming, and you
game.
gotta
Yeah.
get
I like
those
to
points
get out
wherever
there.
you can.
Play fair and clean. You know, not everybody do that. But some do that, you know?
All right, well, we're gonna move right along. In T.H. White's The Once and Future King, King Pellinor is engaged in an endless hunt of the questing beast, a creature described as having the head and neck of a snake, the body of a wolf, and the feet of a hart. Ify.
Doesn't have feet of a heart. It's like feet of a.
Gotta say the words, man. I'm
You
gonna
did not
steal
say
it
them,
from you
man.
again.
Actually, he doesn't have the feet of a heart. Has the feet of talons of an eagle.
That is incorrect.
Actually, it doesn't have the head of a snake.
No, it does have the head of a snake.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't have the body of whatever the thing was that you said.
Are you gonna say what I said?
If you read the question again.
That is correct.
Cool.
I'm actually, because I actually was paying attention, it does not have the body of a wolf.
Yes, that is what I'm going for, but I will give it to Emma. Since they're both.
I'm out here paying attention to you. Okay, that's all right.
I'll give it to you if you can tell me what it has the body of.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go inside my heart
Yep.
as a nerd and think back to all the fantasy stuff that I've ingested in my life, and I will say that it does not have the body of a wolf. Instead, it has the body of
This feels
a
spiritual.
tiger.
It's not a tiger. It's not a tiger, but you are very close.
Is it a lion?
Actually, it's a lion.
It has the haunches of a lion, which is
that haunch.
very weird. It has the haunches of a lion and the body of a leopard. Is how it's described.
That was a good guess.
Yeah. Tiger was actually pretty close. We'll go ahead and we'll give you that point there, Emma,
Thank you.
for the questing beast. Some people believe that the questing beast is just a giraffe. If you break down the description, it's like
like a
the neck of a
snake.
snake, the body of a leopard, the feet of a hart, and it's like, was he just hunting a giraffe the whole time?
To be fair, if you were somebody in like medieval England and you saw a giraffe, you would think it was a monster.
It would be
For
wild.
sure.
100%.
Well, that is a point for Emma for forcing her way into finding that thing. And this brings us to our first shiny question of the game.
Ooh.
This game we're calling Not the Droid We're Looking For. Now, in a second, we're going to put a bunch of some things on the screen up here. One of them doesn't belong in the group. So the first person who can identify the one that does not belong here will get the point.
Okay. Actually, I think it's the Ereshigal in the upper corner.
No, Ereshkigal does belong here in this group. Siobhan is...
Actually, I don't think it's Heimdallr.
That's what I was gonna say.
Is not a death god.
That's correct. Heimdallr is not a god of death or the underworld.
That
The
makes
rest of these
sense.
are all
Yep.
death and underworld gods. Heimdallr is not.
Reading my brain.
I just didn't put together that they were all death gods.
Yep,
Like,
that's part
I
of
was
the
just
thing.
gonna pick Heimdall because it was like, nah, that's the dude who controls the gates.
That's it for this preview of Actually. If you enjoyed it, I have good news. There's a lot more of it over on Dropout. Go to dropout.tv and start your free trial today. And fun fact, I'm not wearing any pants right now. We are going to play sound effects for you.
Oh.
It's up to you to identify that sound. These are constructed languages.